Most of the money that I actually make that goes into my pocket does not come from increasing my sales, at least not majority of it. Most of it comes from improving my process. So in this video, I wanted to share with you guys my journey, how I was able to improve my process on a budget, right? There's a difference between improving your process when you have tons of money versus improving your process when you ain't got much money to spend. Now, a lot of these companies, you're wondering, why are they able to sell a t-shirt for $15? Somebody's either not getting paid or they're doing some weird voodoo magic. Well, it's more likely the voodoo magic, because what they're doing is they're improving the process so efficient that they actually make a profit even selling it at $15. If you were to make that t-shirt and sell it, you would sell it for no less than $50. Now, imagine you're making a t-shirt and you're making like 5 sales a day. Yes, you're making $250 per day, but if your process is not efficient and you're only making $5 on every t-shirt, you're like, oh, I gotta get more sales. But what if you can improve your process just like them to where you're actually profitable? Say it only costs you $10 to make the t-shirt. The amount of money that you now put in your pocket came from your process, not you growing on the algorithm. So when I started my Etsy shop, there's about like 5 steps that I took, or 5 stages of my process building that allowed me to become profitable. Now, if you guys don't know, my name is Vlad. I own this Etsy shop, and it started from very humble beginnings. The way I got there is what I want to really share with you guys. Now, the first one is shameless innovation. I say this shameless innovation because I try to come up with all these inventions and innovations to improve my process. Now, the solution wasn't in the innovation itself. It was in the process that I undertook in order to make those innovations, right? I used duct tape, cardboard to try to make the process much faster. So I sold dog collars, right? And making the strap is really the hardest point of the whole collar. And the grannies on YouTube would teach me how to make the straps, and it would take me like 15 to 20 minutes to use their method. I'm like, there has to be an easier way. So I used duct tape and cardboard. I'm not going to go into the details how that looks like, but I was able to make that strap within 3 to 4 minutes, which was like, this is great. That just means I've made that much more money over my competitors and I can bring my price down. But I was like, I wonder if there's more. And as I kept improving that process, I began to learn what other people are doing out there. So that right there, that environment that I created for myself, though it was shameless and it was kind of embarrassing sometimes, but that environment I created for myself to learn and to understand. And then I discovered, which brings me to point number 2, or stage number 2, an equipment that is able to sew the straps that I'm making literally 100 times faster. I would almost call this a 100x manufacturing video, right? So it literally just sewed the straps so much faster. The amount of straps that I would make in 3 hours, that machine would make in like 20 minutes. So what that did is it created a business plan, a business strategy for me, saying, I'm going to save up money to buy this equipment because it literally will make me money by improving my process. Okay. So then what it did is it brought me to point number 3, is thinking about what else can I sell using the same equipment. So when I got the strap machine, I was like, what else can I make? And I said, all right, leashes, harnesses, lanyards, all these things that I can do with this equipment because this makes straps. And so I started making more products. So it kind of almost a compound effect. You have the equipment that makes something very quick, then you expand to other products that are also being able to be made much faster. So now you have more products producing at that speed. Then it brought me to my next point, and that is try to maintain the same inventory while expanding the product. So if I have a palette of fabric that I print on, well, how can I make more products while minimizing the expansion of my inventory? Because what that allows you to do is A, not worry about inventory so much, and 2, be consistent in your inventory, because you're not going to be running out of inventory because you know exactly what you need and you just need a big pallet of it and you order it and it becomes cheaper. So it becomes more cost effective. So expanding my product line while minimizing the expansion of my inventory variety. So that brought about even more efficiencies because I'm not dealing with inventory. It's just everything's coming out from the same pallet and it's going very efficient by using the same exact equipment. And then it brings you to the next layer, which is batching your orders. Now, I batch my orders even whether I have employees or not. For example, I print all the designs for all the orders. Then I sew all the straps for all the orders, whether it's dog collars, lanyards, leashes, doesn't matter. Then I cut all these straps, the length that each order is needed. It is just batching all the orders. They're all following the same production line. Then that brings me to my last point, is making the process so simple that a high school student can do it. The reason why this is important for me to become more profitable is because now I can pay somebody else, say $16 an hour, to do all those stages for me while I have the time to keep expanding horizontally, minimizing the expansion of my inventory and coming up with new products to follow that production line. That is exactly how I was able to achieve a very efficient business that provided me more cash in my pocket, more cash flow to then acquire other equipment like the laser machine, the printer, and so on and so on. So start off with shameless innovation. That's going to then lead you to the proper business plan that will allow you to acquire the proper equipment that will make you money the moment you receive the equipment. Now there's nothing wrong about making a business plan. I need to get a new MacBook Pro, right? The newest edition. It's going to make things so much faster, but you haven't made money the moment you got it. But what if you can build a plan in such a way that the moment you get the equipment, you're making money? If you make your business function like that, you're going to be a lot more profitable, especially during economical tightness. You're going to sustain your business. So if you are selling on Etsy or you're thinking about selling on Etsy, I made this video with 50 Etsy tips that will help you scale your business to a whole nother level. And if you don't know what to sell, well, there's this video about 25 sublimation products you can do, because sublimation is very cheap to start off on Etsy. It's a really great way to begin your business. So if you need some ideas, check out that video. Until next time, have a good one.